or every MC that is actually high flying. Some of them are struggling like you, but because you see that they are popular, you now go to meet the guy and say, help me. And immediately he sees you, see you as a threat. So the first thing to do is make sure you find out what position and what context the person has, because quite a lot of comedians and MCs are also struggling. But as soon as they get their acts together, you can ride on their wings. Look for people who would help you grow. Finally, it is that in this industry, there are people that you can look up to, and they are not. When you look up to them, it's not because of money or because of position that they give to you, it's because they will help you get better. All right?
And one of those people is Ali Baba. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What I think about this initiative is very fantastic, quite interesting. It's mentoring, it's motivating, it makes for new ideas, and also makes you want to think more about entertainment, and especially the business part of entertainment, career-wise.
Everything is in place for the industry to move forward, obviously, you know, and it's conferences like this that make me feel proud to belong to the entertainment industry, because it just shows that we're getting organized. We are not very organized, you know. I mean, if we want to compartmentalize the entertainment industry, we are not organized. But this particular conference is proof that we are trying to get organized so that we can be at world standards. Yeah.
Do you think not being at world standard has to do with not being organized? Do you think the world standard, do you think people in the Western world are as organized as we think they are?
No, the thing is this, before you start before you start building an industry, you should be organized. Now, if the industry grows without organization, it will not stay strong because there's no organization. So I think we're putting the cart before the horse. But in this case, I'm happy that the organization is starting to meet up with the talent that we have. So I think it's a good thing.
Let's talk about internet and what it has done to entertainment.
A lot. Internet is one big blessing God gave the entertainment industry. For those that know, to some it's not a blessing, it's a curse. To those that expose their life on it, to those that fake what they have on it. But to you that use it as a medium for you to express yourself. So it's a big blessing to the entertainment industry. To comedians, to musicians, a place where you can shout, you can do whatever you want. You can put up creative content as much as you can. You get, and people keep consuming it. A platform that has billions of people to consume your work. Amazing.
Kudos to all the people that thought up the idea of social media and created all the apps, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all those platforms. It's amazing. Before now, traditional media would have you go through a long process, interning with a big name and going all through the ranks, which is not a bad thing. But it's just with social media, things can go viral, can get viral for the good or the bad reasons. But I've been blessed to have started the interview series with an attempt to I kept doing it because I was making people happy, and I was trying to let people understand what to do before going for a job interview and what not to do at job interviews. I didn't really expect it, that the thing will bamboozle like this. I did not know it was going to bamboozle like this.
Now, was that a startup for you? Because now you're doing movies now. You're doing comedy, you're doing movies now. Was that a plan? Was that a path to what you wanted to do, or it just happened for you?
Okay, so for me, my comedy is just a means to an end. My ultimate aim is to entertain people. So comedy was just a tool I love to teach. I love to impart knowledge. So comedy was just a tool. I realized I love to laugh. Even though I don't laugh a lot and people complain, but the kind of weird stuff that make me laugh. So it was a tool to impact people and educate them while entertaining them. And now that I'm doing other projects, I kind of saw it coming. I didn't know it was going to arrive this quickly, but yes, I do get lead roles in cinema, films and all whatnot, and I'm grateful for all these opportunities.
People are talking about Nigerian entertainment, exporting Nigerian entertainment. What is it in Nigerian entertainment? What is it in Nigeria that we have that you think the world needs from us?
Originality. You see, every time I'm on Daddy Shoki. Yo, every time I'm on stage, right?
I'm so proud of myself, especially when I'm outside Nigeria, because you can see the way people react when they play the congas. You can tell that it's fresh. They're loving it. They're looking at, oh wow, look at this. So what we have here is originality. We are blessed naturally. We have sound, we have rhythm, we have melodies. You get what I'm saying? You have high life songs, and we have talented guitarists who make songs sound legendary, like Fioki and the rest. So yeah, we have these things that the world hears and comes down here. So all we need to do is be proud and promote ourselves more.
The world needs Africa. The world needs to understand Africa. The world needs the African stories to be told by Africans. The world needs African entertainment. Its originality, its rawness, its talents. That's what we're taking to the world.
We have something very unique, something never seen anywhere. Is what we have. We have the talent. It's inborn in us. Over here, a lot of people were born with music. Like me, I was born with music. Music is me. So everything about me is music. It wasn't only by training. So a whole lot of people that you see in here, they got the talent built in them, and they, unfortunately, some don't have opportunity to get it, developed in them. And that is what we are doing now. We want to say, having secured the border, where our music that is rich in all form, presentation and everything, even when we go out there, we were known for something dancehall. We have the originality of that dancehall, right from Fela, King Sunny Ade, my very self, and several others, including the new generation. We have what it is called spirit of dancehall. They can't take that away from us.
We have stories that have not been told. We have so many stories that have not been told. One of it that has been told and everybody has heard about is the Lion King. Before now we had Tales by Moonlight. Before now we had stories that people could relate to in Africa. But all of that is gone. So we're seeing a change now where people are really beginning to ask what is in Africa. Ethnic is beginning to grow. Now they're asking for African fabrics, they're asking for African stories. There's a lot from Africa that needs to be told by us. The first writing paper was made in Egypt. First great architectural stuff was done in Egypt, and it was built by the Israelites, but it was in Africa. Timbuktu was the first university. So there are a lot more that we don't have to wait for the white people to come. Before the white man came, River Niger was there, but they said Mongo Park discovered it. So what it means is that until we begin to tell people that this is what we already have, and then more so add values to the things that we have. For instance, we have crude oil. We're selling it because we can't refine it. We can't add value. We have rubber. We're not adding anything to it, so we're selling it before they bring it to us. We have groundnut. They take it out and bring groundnut oil to us. We have rice here. We can't sell and process our rice properly. We're importing rice. We're even importing cassava as gari. So it's just that we have a lot of talents that don't get recognized.
My mentor used to say, in this case, Sam Adeyemi, that the wealth of the people is not in the things that you find that come with nature, stuff that run under the ground like oil, or that you mine like diamonds and coal, or that you harvest from trees like cocoa. All them stuff are good. They're supposed to get you off the ground. Those things, that's what he said. Now, I have had to say that all that stuff is supposed to give you the capital to invest in the real wealth, which my mentor says it's the people. The people are the wealth. And so what you see in entertainment, all the talents you're beginning to see is a country of people who are beginning to discover that unless they look inward and develop themselves, help is not going to come from outside. So entertainment is just one of those things. These are people mining their inherent talents. I put it to you that even though it sounds ridiculous, a musician or a talented person, anyone, musician, comedian, can potentially make more than an oil well probably could. After all, this is a person made in God's image. So you're beginning to see the manifestations of those kind of things in the places in which we live, Nigeria and Africa.
See, let me tell you something. I don't like talking at interviews because I don't like lying. Because normally what I'm supposed to say is, hey, we are going to be like Hollywood very soon. But when you look at some films that are not white balanced, you see a film, you know obviously that the DP did not white balance the camera. You see that they don't do color grading. You see that the light, they just take an actor outside on a hot sun. They don't diffuse the sunlight. They don't even throw additional light on the guy. You see his eye sockets are dark. Technically, what I'm trying to say is that we're backward technically, and it's not because we don't know these things, just because they are just in such a hurry to churn out productions. So I feel instead of us now, blowing our horn and saying, hey, we're going to be like Hollywood, let us perfect Nollywood first.
Sincerely, where do you think entertainment is right now in Nigeria? Are we really taking over, or we're still struggling?
The entertainment industry, whether we like it or not, has grown beyond where we used to be. From the movies, from the music, from the comedy, from the fashion, from the media, from the dancing, from the beauty, from every sectors have grown. But the problem that we are having right now is we don't have the support from the government. The government are not supporting us.
Is it really the government's place for us to get to where we want to be, or as entertainers we can by ourselves be where we want to be?
Yes, actually. Yes and no. Let me just put it simply. We're not asking you for money. That'd be nice, but you can't give everybody money. That's going to be impossible. All we're asking the government for is structure and an enabling environment. There is no brand that can grow to become an international brand without the enabling environment. There's a reason why Alhaji Aliko Dangote is the richest man in Africa. Have you ever seen a president? As soon as Buhari was confirmed president, about 10 minutes later, Dangote was there. I mean, at certain levels, you can't do certain businesses without government support. So all we're saying is government should put the structure. For example, the simplest one, the first one you can do to make life easier. Tackle piracy. Why are CDs still being sold on the road? I mean, so think about that.
Of course, you need government support in terms of structure, legal frameworks, legislative bills to be passed, so that we have a structure, so we can actually do things with a structure in mind. You're not scared of contract not being adhered to. You're not scared of someone will wake up and tell you what you're doing is wrong. So those are the kind of structure we need for the government.
As a matter of fact, in my own thinking, I do not think it is government we should be talking about. We should be talking about individuals, people that makes business out of everything. This is the moment everybody should come in, bring your money into the entertainment and make it so strong, invest in it. The more you pump into it, the more every home in this country, in this continent, who wants to shun out music star, superstar from every home. You will find superstar at the doorstep of everybody.
Well, if the government doesn't support us, the thing about Nollywood is that it has been self-supporting. The government, they haven't done anything. It was just the last administration that did something. They gave loans, but we don't even know where those ones went to. But the thing is this, the government has to, because Nollywood is one of our biggest exports. We don't export raw materials, we don't export products, but we export Nollywood. I don't know why they can't see that they have to plunk money down to boost that industry, so that little kid that is so fascinated about films, he will have a machinery for him to have an opportunity to go into the arts and try and create masterpieces. The government can do it, but they choose to ignore.
What we need is the government to build a platform and protect our content. You understand? If the content is well protected, and what this person deserves goes to him. The entertainer, the creator, the producer, they will all be looking very, very good.
There's one word that everybody has been talking about: structure. And they've been talking about it for years. Structure. People think, oh, if we have structure, we will now move to the next level. If we have structure, everybody will get paid. If we have structure, this and no. I don't think people know what structure is. I think people just use it as a soundbite. What we need in the entertainment industry now is to identify what the structure is and then work with the structure that we have. So whatever structure everybody's thinking that is out there that we don't have, that's going to make the entertainment industry better, they don't know it. Whatever it is that is our structure right now, because there is a structure in place, people are just not using it. When we do that, we will move, we will attain what we want to attain faster. That's the way I see it. You understand? So if you're asking me a question about, okay, entertainment, what is it? That structure is the same thing that people are talking about, that this is a phantom thing. It's here in Nigeria, and people just need to work with the structure that we have here for the industry to propel. The government just have to enforce the laws that have been around for years and years. Some people don't even understand that there are laws that provide for this, that, and the other in the entertainment industry. People just know we make up our own rules as we go along. You understand? So the government's role is to enforce legislation. I mean, I'm a lawyer, so I can talk from that angle, to enforce legislation about copyright, about distribution, about piracy, about a lot of stuff. You understand? Once the government step in, let them put piracy under EFCC. You see how everybody will sit up. Do you think people will actually go and be selling fake CDs or fake DVDs on the road when they know that it's put piracy under EFCC? That is what we want from the government.
Are you ready? I'm going to count you in. 5, 6.
We are there already. Forget it. It's you people that don't want us to be there, but God Almighty, we judge you people, but we know we are there. You people will be asking us questions. Are you there? We are there. In fact, we are past there. In Jesus' name, our movie 450 million. Are you? You are part of it.
Then she will meet 28.
Akpere abi. Ogo.
You want to know me?
Ogo.
Kí ni mo ń gbọ́ létí mi? Wọ́n ní tó bá lọ sí www.yournaija.tv.
Ogo.
You buy one ticket.
Gbọ́ mi sà.
Wọ́n ní wàá get one free.
So wobi. Wobi. Ìyẹn ni pé apẹ̀rẹ̀ logo ẹ wà. Mo rogo ẹ dàbí tomato. Ó wà nísàlẹ̀ apẹ̀rẹ̀. Tó bá di May 28 àbí yọ ó máa wógo ẹ jáde. Kí ni mo ń gbọ́ létí mi? Ta ló ń jẹ́ Túndé? Apẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé ẹ. Èèyàn kan ti slim fit yẹ. Wọ́n fẹ́ bà tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ni. Gbọ́mísà yọ May 28 ibẹ̀ láti máa ṣàlàyé ògo àwọn artist wàá mọ bógo techno ṣe rí ògo Azados ògo Eminem ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àṣẹ fún collision double collision triple collision lẹ́gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́ Zizu mi fèdè fọ orúkọ Zidane ni Zizu ni ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀.